Everyone, I'm Jamie from the Haliburton County Public Library and welcome to another Thursday Maker Break. I thought this week maybe we'd do something for our feathered friends outside and our not so feathered friends, because who am I kidding? When you put out seeds for the birds, the squirrels also get them, right? So today I thought we'd make something called hanging critter feeders. How about you head on into the makerspace with me and I will show you how it's done. Alright folks, so for today's project of hanging critter feeders, you are going to need some bird seed, 2 cups of bird seed. Now you can use any bird seed that you have available. However, I do recommend, through trial and error, the smaller the seed, like the smaller the size of the seeds, the better this works. So if you've got seeds that've got big sunflower seeds or peanuts in it, it will still work. But they're more prone to fall apart if the seed is bigger than if the seed is smaller. So this is finch seed, and it's what I'm going to be using today. It's got a few little sunflowers in it, but mostly it's really small. This is going to be your best bet for compact critter feeders. So we've got 2 cups of seed. We need 2 packets of unflavored gelatin. You can just get this at the grocery store. You're going to need some twine. You're going to need a 1/2 cup of water. And you're going to need some plain cookie cutters. Now I say plain, they can be plastic or metal, but I say plain because you have to make sure they have nice sort of even sides. If you try and pick something crazy like this, you're not going to be able to get into the corners and the edges enough in order to create your feeders. So you have to go sort of plain Jane simple here. I've got heart, I've got a star, and I've got a little bear here, and even he might be a bit difficult with his ears. But we're going to give him a try and see. So that's all you're going to need to assemble this project today, and let me just show you how it's done. The first thing we're going to do is to prepare our gelatin. So we're just going to take our 1/2 cup of water here and we're going to bring it to a boil. You can also do this in the microwave, but it's a little more dangerous that way. I like to do it on the stove, so it won't take very long. We're going to bring our water to a boil and I'll meet you back up as soon as that happens. There we have it. As you can see here, our water has come to a boil. I'm just going to switch that off. And what we're going to do now is we're going to take our 2 little packs of gelatin here. And we're going to just stir that into the boiling water. Until it's all dissolved. Alright, so you can see here the gelatin in our hot water is mostly dissolved. There's a few little crystals left on the bottom there, but not a big deal. Try and make it as dissolved as you can. And then we're just going to set this aside for about 2 minutes to let it cool off just a little bit. And in the meantime, we are going to set up our work surface here. So basically, I'm going to take a cookie sheet and I'm going to put some parchment on the cookie sheet. And then I'm going to take our cookie cutters here that we're going to be using for our seed, and I'm just going to place them down on the parchment paper. Now the parchment paper is important because the mixture, the seed mixture, is quite sticky when it's still wet, so we don't want that sticking to your surface, so the parchment will keep it from doing that. So basically, you just want to lay out the cookie cutters, however many you have, wherever you want them on the tray, and then we will move on to the seed step. Okay, so it's been about 4 minutes, give or take, and the gelatin is cooled off a little. It's still quite warm, but I can touch the bottom of the pot now without burning myself. And it's thickened up a little, which is exactly what we want it to do. So now we want to take our 2 cups of seed and we just want to pour our Jell-O right over the seed, just like this. Scrape all that mixture out of the bottom. You want to get as much of that in there as possible. And then we just want to give this a mix so that all of our gelatin coats the seed. So you'll have a sort of squishy seed mix here. So now that we have our seed mixture all done, we want to basically just fill up our cutters here. So you want to take a spoon, here, and we want to scoop some of that mixture into the inside of the cutters, just like this. And we want to get it till it's about half full. Now, very important here, you want to push that seed down, pack it in as well as you can so that it's nice and firm in there and not loose, because the firmer you can get it packed, the better this is going to hold together. So really push it down in there. So you want to fill it till it's about half full. Once you've got your seed about halfway filled, the cookie cutter, you want to take your piece of twine and you want to tie a knot in the ends. So I'm just going to make a knot. Right close to the end, like that. And I'm going to put that right in the center, like that. And then we're going to pack some more of the seed right on top of it, just like that. Really press that in there as much as you can. Fill it right up to the top of the cutter. And once it's full like that, I like to take a piece of parchment paper, just put it on top and press with my hands, again, to really pack that seed in there. Nice and firm as we can. And there we go. When we're all packed in, I'm just going to clean up the edges. And we want to complete that with all of the cookie cutters that we have. And then we want to pop our seed shapes in the freezer for about 2 hours, give or take. Now here I have all of my little molds, my cookie cutters, filled with my seed mixture. I'm just going to pop this into the refrigerator and I'm going to let it set and or chill until they are set up. So that's what we're going to do, and I will meet you back up when they are set. Okay, so we've just pulled these guys out of the freezer. You can see they've hardened up. Still, you know, they'll still be a little bit fragile, so don't be crazy with them, but they've hardened up enough. And essentially what you want to do now is you just want to unmold them from the cookie cutters. So you just want to very gently press them out of the molds like this. Just like that. Now you can see here that my hanger is inside. You don't want to hang these up yet though, they're still too soft to hang. You want to unmold them all and put them back on your tray, and then you want to leave them to sit for at least 24 hours before you hang them up. So that's what I'm going to finish up here. I'm just going to unmold the rest of these and I will set them out, and then I will meet you up again in about 24 hours and we'll hang them outside. So it's been about 24 hours, and as you can see, our critter feeders have dried and cured. So they're no longer moist or sticky to the touch, and they are ready to be hung outside. Now, if you like at this point, you can decorate them with some ribbon or anything like that. Just be wary not to, you know, paint anything on them, because we're going to be feeding these to the animals outside, so you don't want to make them sick. So yeah, I am going to forego the ribbon, although you can definitely, you know, it looks cute. It would make a great gift if you want to tie some ribbon on them. I'm going to forego, and we're going to hang them outside. And there we go. When you do hang these up, do try and make sure they're in a location where the birds have a little bit of a perch, because they have a hard time eating the seed if this is just hanging all by itself. So if you want to hang it in a tree or on a feeder or somewhere where they have a little more access to perches so that they can sit on the perch. And that's it, folks. There's your hanging seed feeders. Thank you very much, folks, for making hanging critter feeders with me today. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all again next Tuesday. Bye!